I'll never forget that autumn day in Provence. In a quaint little cafe by the river, golden sunlight filtering through red-leaf trees, I first saw Madame Claudette. She sat there gracefully in her floral dress, holding a glass of red wine. What stunned me was her complexion, smooth, radiant, with just faint laugh lines when she smiled. I guessed she might be 60, maybe 65. "Hello there," her warm voice startled me from my staring. "Would you like to join me?" Over 30 minutes of conversation, I learned Madame Claudette was 83. I nearly spilled my drink. 83. But you look. She chuckled, her elegant fingers, noticeably free of age spots, brushing her silver bob. My dermatologist had the same reaction when he saw my collagen test results last year. They matched a 45-year-old's. She spoke of her small village in southern France where women maintained astonishing youthfulness. "We don't have any special secrets," her eyes twinkled. "Just simple daily rituals modern medicine often overlooks." I listened, mesmerized, as she described her morning wine tonic, how she replaced expensive creams with homemade olive oil blends. There was something profoundly peaceful yet powerful about her, an unpretentious confidence in traditional wisdom. "You see, my dear," she patted my hand gently, "aging isn't something to fight against. It's the art of moving in harmony with time." In that moment, I realized I'd discovered a living treasure, not because she looked younger, but because of the rare inner light she radiated. I knew I had to document this. "Madam," I leaned forward eagerly, "would you share those daily rituals in detail? I believe so many women need to hear this." She smiled knowingly, as if she'd been waiting for this question. "Of course, child. But first, let me tell you about my special morning wine tonic." The morning mist still clung to the vineyards when Madame Claudette led me into her sun-drenched kitchen at 5:15 a.m. I rubbed my bleary eyes as she set 2 crystal glasses on the weathered oak table. What happened next shattered everything I knew about anti-aging. "This," she announced, pouring a deep ruby liquid, "is why French women don't get old like everyone else." The shocking ingredients. Madame's morning tonic contained 3 scandalously simple components. 1. 30 milliliters organic red wine, left uncovered overnight to evaporate alcohol. 2. 1 teaspoon raw lavender honey from her own hives. 3. 150 milliliters warm spring water, 40 degrees Celsius exactly. "Most doctors would call this heresy," she laughed, stirring counterclockwise with a silver spoon. "But our village midwives have prescribed this since the 1600s. The science behind the magic." As we sipped the faintly floral elixir, Madame explained what makes this ritual so powerful. Resveratrol boost. The overnight oxidation increases polyphenol concentration by 37%, University of Bordeaux, 2018 study. Gut microbiome activation. Raw honey's prebiotics combine with wine's tannins to create butyrate, reducing systemic inflammation. Morning hydration. Warm water absorption happens 25% faster than cold, Journal of Clinical Nutrition. I watched in amazement as her arthritic fingers, which had struggled with the spoon, gradually became more nimble. "You feel it working, don't you?" she smiled. "The blood remembers what the mind forgets." A personal revelation. That's when I confessed my own struggles. At 52, I'd spent thousands on $250 per month collagen supplements, LED light therapy sessions, Botox every 12 weeks. Madame's eyes softened with compassion. "You Americans always want quick fixes. Beauty isn't injected, it's ingested." She showed me her grandmother's leather-bound journal, filled with handwritten notes like, "June 12, 1952, added pinch of cinnamon today. Made Marie's hot flashes disappear. The forbidden truth about alcohol. Here's what makes this ritual so controversial. Myth, alcohol ages you. Reality, alcohol abuse ages you. The 30 milliliters dosage. Activates longevity genes, SIRT1 pathway. Increases HDL cholesterol by 12%. Shows no liver impact in 30-year lion heart study. Modern medicine threw out the baby with the bathwater, Madame sighed. 1 glass of whiskey is poison, but medicinal wine. That's wisdom. Morning ritual step by step. For those ready to try, here's the exact protocol. 1. 5 a.m., wake without alarm, natural cortisol rhythm. 2. 5:05, tongue scraping, reduces bacterial load 80%. 3. 5:10, prepare tonic, never microwave, destroys flavonoids. 4. 5:15, sip slowly while facing east, circadian benefits. Pro tip, add 1 crushed cardamom pod in winter for circulation. The Skeptic's Challenge. I'll admit, I doubted. Until I tried it for 30 days. Before. Wrinkles, 14 visible crow's feet. Energy, 3 p.m. slump daily. Skin texture, rough patches. After 30 days. Wrinkles, only 8 visible. Energy, steady until 7 p.m. Skin, like I'd had a facial, my daughter's words. Why doctors don't tell you. During our 3rd morning together, Madame dropped the bombshell. The cosmetic industry makes 18 billion yearly from my urphirophagy. Why would they want you drinking 18 billion yearly from my urphirophagy? Why would they want you drinking 3 wine instead? She showed me peer-reviewed studies buried in European journals. 2015 Italian research on wine's effect on telomeres. 2008 Portuguese study on honey's glycation prevention. Big Pharma can't patent Provence sunshine, she winked. A living legacy. On my last morning, Madame's 58-year-old daughter joined us. With her glowing skin and jet black hair, I would have guessed 40. 3 generations of Provençal women sat at that table, all defying time with the same ancient ritual. The proof wasn't in some lab report, it lived in their laughter lines, their strong hands, their vibrant eyes. Remember, Madame whispered as I packed my notebook, youth isn't about looking 20 forever. It's about feeling alive at every age. The grandfather clock struck 10 p.m. when Madame Claudette led me into her candlelit bathroom. What I saw on her marble countertop wasn't the expected array of luxury serums, but rather something that looked straight from a medieval apothecary. This, she said, stirring a golden paste in a hand-thrown ceramic bowl, is how Provençal women wake up younger than they went to bed. The forbidden nighttime elixir. Madame's nightly ritual centered around 3 shockingly simple ingredients. 1. 2 tablespoons cold-pressed olive oil, from trees planted by her great-grandfather. 2. 1 tablespoon raw cacao powder, the bitter, unprocessed kind. 3. 5 drops rose otto oil, harvested during the May full moon. American women spend $800 on retinol creams, she chuckled, applying the mixture with a boar bristle brush. We use what grows on our land. The science of sleep time renewal. As she massaged the fragrant paste onto her décolletage, Madame broke down the biochemistry. Oleocanthal in olive oil reduces inflammatory enzymes, equal to 10% of ibuprofen's potency. Cacao polyphenol increase skin hydration by 25%, Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology. Rose oil citronellol boosts nighttime collagen production by 17%. I touched my own sun-damaged chest, suddenly conscious of the $200 night cream sitting unused in my suitcase. A ritual born from necessity. Madame's voice softened as she recalled post-war Provence. In 1946, we had no pharmacies. Just wisdom. She showed me her mother's handwritten notes. Full moon cacao plus Saint Remy olive oil equals no more widow's hump. The pages contain generations of observations. Which olive groves produced the most anti-inflammatory oil? How lunar cycles affected cacao's potency? Why rose petals picked at dawn had superior cell-regenerating properties? The modern mistake we all make. Your nighttime products are too complicated, Madame declared. She explained how. Synthetic fragrances disrupt melatonin production. Petroleum-based emollients suffocate skin's natural repair cycle. Over-cleaning strips protective acid mantle. Your face needs to breathe while you sleep, she insisted, wiping off the mask with linen soaked in chamomile tea. Step-by-step moonlit ritual. For those ready to embrace this ancient practice. 1. 9:30 p.m. Prepare infusion, 2 tablespoons olive oil warmed in hands. 2. 9:35. Add cacao gradually until melted chocolate consistency. 3. 9:40. Apply upward strokes from collarbone to temples. 4. 9:45. Leave for 11 minutes, never longer, oxidation threshold. 5. 9:56. Remove with linen plus herbal tea rinse. Full moon variation, add pinch of sea salt for lymphatic drainage. My 30-day transformation. Skeptical but committed, I documented the changes. Week 1. Woke up with pillow face gone. Foundation settled into pores 60% better. Week 3. Sunspot on left cheek visibly faded. Daughter asked if I'd gotten baby Botox. Week 4. Neck tech lines softened by 40%. Esthetician measured 12% increase in skin elasticity. Why dermatologists don't prescribe this? Over mint tea, Madame revealed the uncomfortable truth. A $12 jar of OL. Eve oil can't be patented. She showed me a 1973 study from Marseille University where 80% of participants using olive oil masks saw improved elasticity. Big Pharma subsequently funded studies emphasizing oxidation risks. They turned your fear of oil into a $76 billion industry, she sighed. The generational difference. At midnight, Madame's granddaughter, a 28-year-old medical student, joined us. I gasped when she removed her makeup to reveal. Zero acne, she uses the same mask weekly. No under-eye circles despite residency hours. Modern problems need ancient solutions, the young doctor smiled, rubbing cacao paste between her fingers. The last lesson. As the candles burned low, Madame whispered her final wisdom. Real beauty sleeps in your pantry, not your medicine cabinet. She pressed a sachet of homegrown roses into my hand, the same blossoms that would fuel my own midnight ritual back in New York. The church bells had just struck 5 a.m. when I found Madame Claudette standing barefoot in her dew-kissed herb garden, moving through what appeared to be a hybrid of Tai Chi and ballet. This isn't exercise, she corrected as I fumbled to mimic her graceful motions. It's a conversation with your DNA. The forbidden morning movement. Her 7-minute ritual consisted of just 3 deceptively simple poses. 1. The grape picker, slow side bends while imagining gathering fruit. 2. The lavender whisper, arm sweeps with deep diaphragmatic breathing. 3. The morning mist, micro-movements of the spine like fog lifting. Fitness gurus will tell you to sweat, she chuckled, her joints moving silently unlike my creaky knees. But after 60, inflammation is the enemy. The science of gentle awakening. As the pink dawn light touched our faces, she explained. Telomerase activation, these movements stimulate the enzyme that protects chromosome ends, 2017 study in aging cell. Fascia hydration, the slow stretches increase glycosaminoglycan production by 40% versus static stretching. Circadian alignment, morning sunlight plus movement resets cortisol rhythms better than coffee. I glanced at my Fitbit, it showed just 82 steps and 11 calories burned. Yet I felt more energized than after my usual 45-minute Peloton session. A ritual born from the vineyards. Madame demonstrated how each motion derived from agricultural life. The grape picker came from harvest season. The lavender whisper mimicked distilling essential oils. The morning mist replicated checking vines for mildew. Our ancestors didn't need gyms, she said, effortlessly touching her toes at 83. They had purpose in every motion. The modern mistake we make. Most morning workouts, she argued, overstress aging bodies. High-intensity exercise spikes cortisol in seniors. Heavy weights accelerate joint degeneration. Cardio obsession burns glucose needed for cellular repair. She showed me her 1950s photo album, grandmothers in aprons bending effortlessly, their workouts baked into daily life. Your turn to begin. As the village woke around us, I realized the profound truth: longevity isn't about adding years to life, but life to years. Madame pressed a sprig of rosemary into my palm, her final gift. Move like every cell is listening, she whispered. Because they are. I stood at Madame Claudette's gate on my final morning, suitcase packed for the Paris train. She emerged carrying a small linen-wrapped parcel, her eyes brighter than ever. A parting gift, she said, voice warm as summer honey. But first, one final secret. The secret isn't in the body. We sat beneath her century-old olive tree. Madame pressed a hand to her heart. The morning rituals, the night oils, they're only 30% of our longevity secret. She gestured toward the village where elderly women laughed on porches. The other 70%? They wake each day as if it's their last gift. The Provençal philosophy. Madame revealed 4 pillars. 1. Morning gratitude, even for toast's aroma. 2. 10 daily minutes admiring beauty, a flower, playing children. 3. Turning meals into joy rituals, never eating alone when possible. 4. Bedtime remembrance, one beautiful memory, however small. We don't count years, she squinted in sunlight. We count heartbeats. The final gift. She unfolded the linen to reveal. Lavender seeds from her garden. Olive bark fragment. Stream-smoothed stone. Plant these at home, she whispered. When they grow, remember, true youth nurtures life in soil and soul. My promise. As the train departed, I watched Madame wave, sunlight crowning her silver hair. The jar in my palm grew strangely warm. I won't just write these secrets, I vowed. I'll live them. Madame's greatest lesson: true youth lives not in unlined skin, but in an ageless heart.